Good morning and welcome to our final reflection on Easter week. Today we're going to look at why the guards were placed at the tomb where Jesus lay. It's from Matthew 27. Let me read it to you now. The next day, the day after Preparation Day, the chief priests and the Pharisees went to Pilate. "Sir," they said, "we remember that while he was alive, that deceiver said, 'After 3 days I will rise again.' So give the order for the tomb to be made secure until the 3rd day. Otherwise, his disciples may come and steal the body and tell the people that he has raised from the dead. This last deception will be the worst than the first." "Take a guard," Pilate said. "Go, make the tomb as secure as you know." So they went and made the tomb secure by putting a seal on the stone and posting the guard. What a strange demand to make to Pilate by the Pharisees, to guard the tomb where the body of Jesus lay. What was their reasoning behind that? Let's look at it and see what we can find out. Now, the Pharisees had been locked, as you know, into a plot against Jesus from the beginning of his ministry. He had become too well known and popular, in fact more popular than the religious leaders. And from their point of view, they were within sight of the finishing him off for good and closing the issue down. They, of course, were fully aware of Jesus' claim of resurrection, perhaps even more seriously than his disciples did. And they didn't want any loose ends. They were afraid, even more after his death, of the possibility of Jesus rising again, or any evidence that he may have risen, as this would be disastrous to the whole plan that they had developed, which had eventually led to Jesus' death on the cross. Any suggestion that Jesus had risen had to be squashed severely, to leave nobody in mind, that he had no doubt in anybody's mind that he had died and was buried in the tomb. You see, the Pharisees were concerned that the disciples might steal the body, that's verse 64, and to make up a story that Jesus had risen. And this had to be averted at all cost. Therefore, they came up with the plan to have the tomb guarded by Roman soldiers, or soldier. The interesting thing here is that even in this, they were protecting themselves. They wouldn't be held to blame if anything went wrong. After all, the tomb was guarded by Rome, not them. Even so, they were taking no chances. And the Pharisees placed a seal on the tomb, so any attempt to move the stone and the seal would be broken. We might say that this was like a belt and braces approach to a situation, but despite all their efforts, it was of course to no avail. The Pharisees failed to understand that even with such precautions, nothing, yes, nothing can prevent the Son of God from rising again.